Player 2 has joined the game.
Hey, yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome to episode 113 of the Two Player Co-op Podcast. As always, I'm one of your hosts here, Kevin, along with my brother from my mother, Sean. He's got an itchy nose. How you doing today, Sean?
Good. How we doing?
I don't know why you switched hands.
Well, you caught me off guard because you asked me.
I know you caught me up. We just stay for the bloopers. How you doing, sir?
I'm doing all right. How you doing, sir?
I'm all right. We are recording this on Daylight Savings Time Removal Day, which is like the worst. But this
is normal, right?
Yeah, but why do we ever switch? Because all this means is that the day started for me at 4:30 when Casey woke up at 4:30 thinking it was 5:30, which is still way too early, but better than 4:30.
When we were kids, whether we were Noah's, Nick's, or Casey's age,
yes,
I'm not talking Eliza's age, but any of those three, I feel like I never woke up, unless something was wrong, I never woke up earlier than like 7 or 8 o'clock. And it was usually more like 9 or 10 o'clock.
I think I was more like 6:30 or 7 when I was younger. And then as I got older, I started sleeping in.
But it's not just Casey, right? Aren't they all up by like
No, Nick
6
and Noah.
o'clock?
I had to wake them up because we went to the 8 o'clock church service. So I woke them up at 7:15, which was really 8:15. I was like, y'all got to wake up now because you got to be able to go to bed tonight. So they sleep in like crazy now. Nick would sleep like all day if I let him.
Okay.
Daylight saving, just go in the middle, 30 minutes in the middle, call it even and never change again.
I just don't. I mean, I don't care which one we do.
Just pick one.
Yeah, the change is stupid.
It's.
I don't like it.
I don't like it one bit. So yeah, if this is the first time you're seeing us, thank you for seeing us. This is a Two Player Co-op podcast here on youtube.com/2playercoop, where we get together on a semi-regular basis and we podcast. And what we do is we talk about what's going on in our lives. We BS for a little bit. We talk about what we've been playing. We talk about the news that we think you need to know about. And then we play everybody's favorite game, the Back to Box Challenge. Stay tuned for that. Apparently, Sean's got a good one. I do have to say, we have nothing yet to announce at this time, but big things are coming for Two Player Co-op. Right?
I don't know. Oh, yeah, that. Yeah. Okay. Some cool things coming.
And we're thinking about changing some stuff up here as well, but stay tuned for those announcements. However, something really cool is coming this weekend as you are listening to this. November 10th, 10 a.m. Central Time, because I think last time, I don't know that we said Central. I think we just said 10 a.m.
Maybe.
10 a.m. Central Time, twitch.tv/Nerd901. Come join Nerd901 and all the Nerd901 folks that comprise Nerd901. We're going to be streaming for Extra Life to raise money for Le Bonheur Children's Hospital here in Memphis. I'm excited for this. We are sponsored. We aren't. We still don't have sponsors. But Nerd901 is being sponsored by New Wing Order, the new Wing Order.
New Wing Order.
Here in Memphis, as well as Old Dominic's Distillery. That one I am especially happy about. I can't wait to just find out how their products are.
They have good products. Both of them.
Yes. Oh, yeah. And I mean, shout out to Chicken Wings. To give you a little bit of an overview on what the schedule's looking like. So, like I said, they're going to kick off at 10 a.m.
Subject to change.
Yes. Subject to change, just like a WWE pay-per-view.
Yes.
Like if you're the best in the world. So from 10 to 1, they're mostly just going to be playing video games. I believe Sean's probably going to be there. The rest of the guys are going to be there. I won't be there till around 1:30 or so just because I have a wife and 4 kids. And yeah, I mean, yeah. But then at 1 o'clock, they're going to do a Noah Nerd live recording with Cole Forrest from New Wing Order. And then at 2 o'clock, Sean and I, 2 o'clock, again, all these times are central. Sean and I are going to settle the Rumble in
the jungle,
in the Bronx, in the jungle, I live down by the river. So if you've been paying attention to us, you know we love Street Fighter. We've done 2 Street Fighter tournaments on live streams. We did Ultra Street Fighter Best of 75. And then we did Street Fighter 30th Anniversary, where we did a best of 5 inside of each game. We're now tied 1-1, and this one will be the rubber match. This will be the rubber breaker. What's tiebreaker?
Rubber breaker.
We're going to call it the rubber breaker. It's for all the marbles. Is somebody bringing the marbles?
I think Nick's going to bring marbles. He's
going to bring the marbles. I'm bringing Legos. We'll get to that in a second. Dear God. So we'll do that for about an hour. 3 o'clock, Eric learns how to play WWE with Nick with WWE 2K19. Good luck with that. I need practice with that too as well, Nick, or any 2K game. I'm just not good at them. Another Noah Nerd live recording, this time with Katie Forbes from right here in Memphis, Tennessee. And then at 5 o'clock, we're going to go for 2 hours because Sean and I are going to be recording a live, it'll be episode 114 of Two Player Co-op Podcast, where we will be once again giving you our top 10 games of all time, each of our top 10
So
games
all those
of all
bloopers
time.
we just had, we're not going to be able to edit those out.
Why?
Because we'll be live.
Oh, when we're going live? No. But I mean, I'll get the recording. If you just watch on YouTube after the fact, you won't
that'll
see
be the
it.
clean version.
Yeah.
But you should watch
no.
live too.
Yes, you should please watch live. So yeah, we're going to go for 2 hours. We're going to do each of our top 10 games of all time. I'm excited to do that. It was our third podcast we ever did, so 110 episodes ago. It was in January of 2016 when we last did this. Yep. We talked about doing it forever, and we never went back. And
Didn't we do it on one of our live streams?
We did our top 75 in no order games of all time. Episode 50 was just us drinking the recipe. And then episode 100 was the audience questions.
Huh. Okay. Maybe it has been a while.
It's been a while. I'm excited. So it's been over 2 years. It's been really almost 3 years since we did it. So that's going to be fun. Then at 7 o'clock, just going to play some video games again. And then from 8 to 10, we're going to be doing our intra-site championship for Nerd901. So tune into that. I think there's a championship belt. I'm very excited about that. It's going to be a biscuit party. And then from 10 until midnight, they're going to do a Too Much to Say live recording. Andrew Bartolotta, a friend of the show, obviously I assume his brother is Eric, who's a friend of the show, along with Duncan Butler and Caleb Holland, both friends of the show. And then they're going to play video games the rest of the night when I will be sleeping. But please come check it out. Twitch.tv/Nerd901. It's going to be all over our social media. It's going to be all over Nerd901 social media. It's for a great cause. Our goal is to raise $7,500, I think.
Something like that.
So we're shooting for $7,500. Sean, you might be wondering if you're listening to this, what does my money go towards if I were to donate?
Wondering that.
Well, if you donate $5, you'll get a shout out and you'll get your donation message read on the stream, kind of like Kind of Funny does with their tips and stuff. For $10, you get an Old Dominic gift package raffle entry. Every $10 donated will earn a raffle ticket, with winning tickets being selected at 9:45 a.m. the next day, 11/11. You must be 21 or over to receive the gift package because it's going to have the good stuff in it. I mean, I assume. Don't quote me. I don't work for Old Dominic. $35, you get to choose a comic book carrier for artist Gordon Willis to draw for you. Gordon Wills, sorry.
You get a what?
A comic book character for
Okay.
artist. What did I say?
You said comic book carrier.
No. You can draw me. I like to carry comic books. For $50, you can choose a member of the Nerd901 team to walk across Legos live on the stream. I have heard someone that might be married to someone and pregnant that is on this podcast right now might be donating $50 to make a certain someone have to walk across said Legos.
Or he may go real crazy and donate $100.
He? Are you good?
Me, baby.
I was saying I think Brittany's going to donate $50 to make you walk across the Legos. Isn't that what she said?
I may.
Are you going to donate $100 to make me eat a ghost pepper? Is that what you're saying?
I was thinking about it.
All right.
So what does $100 get you? Oh wait, is that the next one?
$75. Okay. You get to choose a member of the Nerd901 family, and you get to choose a song for them to do karaoke to live on the stream. For $100, a member of the Nerd901 family has to eat a ghost pepper live on stream.
What did we don't really need to discuss it on air, but we're about to. What did we determine as far as if you donate this much, do you get all the prizes below it kind of thing?
I will defer to Nerd901
Okay.
management.
We don't know about that, but
I think they said you get some of the tiers, but not all of them.
not the
Or
comic book
something.
drawing.
Not the comic book drawing, because that could be a lot, and that's a lot of work for him.
Yeah.
For $150, you get to choose a movie that Eric and Duncan from Hero Shot Media and Eric Bartolotta, do a commentary on over on Hero Shot Media YouTube channel. For $300, you get to choose a comic book related topic that Ernie, the Blurred Without Fear, who is probably at like 100,000 subscribers by now, to cover in a video over the Blurb Without Fear YouTube channel. And for $500, you get to go on any Nerd901 family of shows to make a guest appearance. Why don't you do it at
put a chair
this
right here.
table? Yeah. We got the hookup. I mean, we got the setup. I mean, we got the hookup too. But so yeah, we would love to have somebody donate on here. James Solar, you should donate and come to Memphis. Cheers. But yeah, so it's gonna be a lot of fun. I'm super looking forward to it. This is, again, like I said a couple episodes ago, this is something Sean and I kind of talked about preliminarily doing it ourselves, but like we can't stream
It's
for
too much for
24
two
hours.
people.
That's literally I mean, it's not impossible, but it might as well be impossible. But please come out, check it out. Twitch.tv/nerd901. Again, it's going to be all over everybody's social media. We hope you'll be there. We'll hope you tune in. Thank you guys so much. Hope to see you there. What else? So Mario Mondays are back, Sean.
Yes, they are.
Why do I keep wanting to call it new? Super Mario 3D World is what we're doing next. We put up World 1 last week. As you're watching this, World 2 is also up. Go check that out. We're having fun with it so far, I would say. Way more fun than we thought we would.
I'm pleasantly surprised by the game.
Yeah.
I went into it not expecting much after 3D Land. But 3D World, again, the other thing is it's more fun two-player.
Yeah.
Co-op. Versus
all the tie-ins.
versus playing Land by myself on my little 3DS.
Right.
So everything in the favor of 3D World. But yeah, I'm enjoying it. I like it a lot.
Yep, it's fun. So go check out Mario Mondays if you haven't already. Yeah, and check it out. The other thing I want to talk to you before we get into the whole rigmarole and everything is a certain video game adaptation, which I think is the best video game adaptation of all time, came out last week. Sean, I am talking about Castlevania Season 2. Did you finish it?
I did not. I'm just kidding. I finished it today.
You did? Okay.
I did. I
All
watched 5 episodes this morning.
Now, how do we want to handle this? Because there's some nerding.
We'll do a little spoiler free, like we usually do for things, and then we'll
do
warn
the
you
tab.
when it's spoiler time. Yeah. So non-spoiler thoughts.
What'd you think?
I liked it a lot. I don't remember much, really, anything from season 1. But season 1 kind of seemed more of like it's almost like proof of concept kind of thing. Like,
Yeah.
here's the
We're not
characters,
going to screw this
here's
up.
the art style we're doing. Here's kind of what we're going for. It was almost like a pilot, and it was like a 4-episode pilot kind of thing. And it seemed to be pretty well received. So I guess they got to go ahead and went ahead and did a 8-episode season 2. If you're a fan, if you fancy yourself a fan of Castlevania, check it out if you haven't already. It's 8 episodes, 23, 24 minutes apiece.
Yeah, it's
maybe.
like 3 hours total.
Yeah, you can bang it out in 3 hours. Very good. Lots of bloody, gory fun. Some nice little what do you call it? Like callbacks kind of to some of the games if you're paying attention. Lots of fun. I really enjoyed it. I'm looking forward to season 3.
And yeah, season 3 was confirmed, and they're going to do 10 episodes that time.
Okay.
I mean, that next time they're going to do 10 episodes. I absolutely loved it. I watched it the night it came out. I marathoned the whole thing, all 8 episodes. Season 1 was mostly, what I remember was, it was really about Dracula just wrecking shop. Like, they did the whole setup in episode 1 to show why he's so mad. I won't spoil it in case you haven't seen that also, but it actually, they do a good job.
Yep.
And throughout season 2 of like, and that scene in the penultimate episode with him and Alucard.
Yep.
I was like, oh man, we'll get into spoilers here in a minute. But it was mostly episode 1 set that up, and then the next 3 was just him wrecking shop, and it was just blood and guts everywhere. And Simon is a drunk, and I mean Trevor, and he's got to wake up and be the man he's supposed to be and everything. And then you get past all that when you get to season 2, and he just gets to be the Trevor Belmont that we know and love. I would like to go in spoiler territory for a few minutes.
All right.
Spoilers.
We'll let you know when we're done.
Just mute it. I think I'm putting this up as the premiere thing again because that was fun to interact with y'all. So just if you're watching it, then you can't skip ahead. Just mute it, and when we
we'll do
again,
something to give you a lot of attention to let you know it's safe. But
so we're starting spoilers now in 3, 2, 1. Spoilers are on. Spoilers. How do you say their names in episode 2? Is it Slagra and Gamora or something?
I have no idea.
But all I know is when they came in
It's
and he was flying, holding him, I was like, oh, this is awesome. And then they kind of went out like a couple of bees. But it was just cool seeing them. Okay, so the two devils,
Slagra and Gaibon.
I wasn't close, but I was close.
Slagra and Gamora.
I was thinking of Guardians of the Galaxy or something. Isaac and Hector.
Yes.
Do you know them from the games?
I don't think, I could be wrong. I don't think they're from the game.
They are.
They
which
are,
I didn't know,
okay.
but they're from Curse of Darkness, which was a PS2 3D game that I never played.
Okay.
But that was so cool. Like, because as they walk in, I'm like, yeah, and I'm saying what all the other vampires are. I'm like, why the hell would Dracula want 2 people if he's wiping out all of humanity? And he's like,
Right.
well, that's obviously, they're dedicated if I'm trying to wipe out their whole race. And the backstory with them was real cool. It did get a little slow between episodes 4, 5, and 6, I guess, because it was mostly them just chilling in the library. Well, the focus was really on Dracula and his castle and all the.
See, I didn't really think there was
politics and
ever
everything.
much of a slowdown. So, 1 kind of set the stage.
Yeah.
2 had the cool Slagra and Gaibon. 3, the library. That was a cool thing. Was 4 when Godbrand died, or was that 5?
I think it might have been 4. That I didn't think he was going to die.
I thought I figured he'd be dead by the end of the season.
Yeah.
And I had that thought at the beginning of that episode. And then he was dead by the end of the episode.
And he
Whether
just
that was
wrecked
4 or 5,
Oh my God.
whatever.
And that whip thing, like, with the nails in it or something, when he
Oh,
wrapped around his
yeah.
neck, I was like, oh God.
Yeah.
Oh God.
But yeah, there's a lot. So then 6 was the one where they finally got
They
the
breach.
castle.
Yeah. Where they moved.
So I'm trying to think of what happened in 5. So maybe not a lot happened in 5 because I can't think of anything big that happened.
Yeah. 5 was that when Carmilla, and do you remember her from the game? She was in Castlevania 2. She was a boss. And then she was in a couple of the other games too. Yeah, 6 was when they breached the library. That was an awesome big fight scene and everything. Sypha in this is awesome. I kept hoping that Grant was going to show up.
I don't know that we're going to see Grant.
I
He
don't
was
think
always
we're
just kind of he didn't really have, he's just, he can climb on walls and stuff. He doesn't really have a lot of power. He's just like,
Right.
like a little dagger. Like, I don't think he really fits in. I was
Right.
hoping maybe we'd see him.
The only thing I thought was when we saw Godbrand, I was like, I could see Godbrand ended up fighting Grant because I can see Grant. I pictured him as like a drunk pirate or something, and then just the two of them just like going back and forth verbally would have been great. But then you get to episode 7, and did you? Obviously, you got the moment, but like when that episode started, and I was kind of getting tired, because I've been watching all the whole show. All of a sudden, when Alucard goes in there and he takes his sword out and he lets go, and that thing starts floating, I'm like,
yes.
oh my God, they're doing it. And then Bloody Tears kicks on the music, and I'm like, I can't. That's when I text you. I was like, I can't even believe.
And he turns into the wolf.
Yes.
And,
I'm like, I cannot even believe what I'm seeing. Like, oh, it was so well done. And then the whole thing with. Again, it was confusing to me. Now, I told you ahead of time, like, season 8 is really just, episode 8 is really just a wrap up.
Yeah.
But watching him, like, he's about to kill Dracula, and there's like 10 minutes left in this episode. The Dracula, what did you think about the Dracula fight with Alucard?
It was perfect. The only thing I didn't really like, this seems like it's more, I'm fine with it, but it seems like it's more about Alucard than Trevor. Trevor is just kind of also there. He's almost less important than Sypha. Like, to me, they basically made, at the end of almost every single Castlevania game, you are a Belmont, or at least a human, and you're killing Dracula at the end.
Right.
And this made it seem like you're human, you can't touch me. Like, he was completely ineffective against him.
Yeah.
And it just made him, which is good, like Dracula should be more or less, almost invincible and stuff, but they kind of make Trevor just kind of, like, he doesn't need to be there. He's kind of not worthless, but the library was obviously very important,
Yeah.
but that's just kind of there. It was his family's.
Did you notice there was a
this
bestiary in
whole-
there?
Yeah.
That's so cool.
And did you see the
Yeah,
the little
the-
snake skeleton
Yep.
thing? The whole season seemed like it wouldn't have been much different without Trevor there. So Trevor mentioned the library, but then he couldn't even open it.
right. Sypha had to, yeah,
And then Sypha's the one that found the books and found the spell to do the thing.
to
and
move
then
the castle.
he was basically there just fending off the beasts while they were doing all that stuff. But Trevor's just kind of, I like him as a character, but it just seems like he's like second fiddle at best. Like this
Now-
is really about, I thought it was really about Dracula and then Alucard. And now Dracula's gone, so it's really more or less about Alucard. I don't know. That'd be my only, I guess, complaint. It's not really a complaint. It's just different. Like, he is the hero. I don't know what games Trevor is in. 3? Is it just 3?
I think it's just 3. And then Symphony is Zombie Trevor or whatever.
Yeah. But just in general, like Simon, Trevor, Richter, like the bell. It's Castlevania.
I just thought of Alvin and the Chipmunks.
Simon, Trevor,
And Richter.
I don't know. They're always the heroes in the game, and then in this, they're just kind of. I mean, it's only Trevor, but I don't know.
Well, see, that's kind of like in season 1, I didn't like how, and I mean, I didn't even have the time to think about it because it was over so quickly. It was just 4 episodes, but like the first couple episodes, or really the first 3.5, I think, episodes of Simon or Trevor just being like, "Oh, I don't care about anybody. I
Yeah.
just want to drink." I'm like, this isn't the Belmonts that when I think of the Belmonts, this is not at all what I think about.
Yeah.
Didn't Dracula mention something? Now you just watched it today and it's been a week and a half now since I watched it. Wasn't he worried about the vampire killer? Somebody talked about the vampire killer, about the leather whip.
Yeah.
But I don't remember if it was Dracula or was it Carmilla or was it?
I don't remember if it was Dracula or somebody talking to Dracula.
But like they knew the location of it or something, and he didn't have it or something like
Yeah.
that. Something was weird. But then they called it the Morning Star. It will always be a chain whip to me.
Yeah.
I mean, he would hit a vampire and they just I'm like, well, that's cool. But then it all built up to the fight between, because Dracula was just like so depressed and everything. I get it. They killed his wife, and it really did start to seem like, oh yeah, he really he doesn't care. He just wants to be rid of this pain, and he wants to kill all the humans, but he's like, he doesn't even have the energy anymore. He's so depressed, like, just whatever, I don't care, do it. But then when it finally got to the point where somebody took over his castle, and turns obviously it was Sypha, and then he's like, hold up, y'all are going down. And the fight scene with him and with he and Alucard was so well done. And it's crazy, and Trevor and Sypha are like running up the castle to try to keep up with him and everything, and he gets into the room, and then Dracula finally realizes where they're at, and he's like, he goes from like blood red eyes, I'm just gonna murder you, and then he's like, he looks around, he's like, oh my god, look where we are.
Yeah.
And then he sees a picture of his wife, and he's like, Lisa, this is my boy, I'm killing my boy. And I was like, oh my god. I'm like, Alucard's gonna turn. I'm tearing up. This is weird. It's like, Alucard's gonna turn. They're gonna completely flip the script, and he's gonna go with Dracula. But then he grabbed the bedpost and he staked him. And I was like,
Staked him, cut off his head, and then burned him.
that was
Like,
it. Like,
I mean, that's how you kill vampires, and he did all 3. I'm like, okay, well, he's really dead. But
it was so well done. It was very emotional. It was great. They apparently. So I guess Carmilla's probably going to be the bad guy going forward.
I was wondering about that. I'm like, is Alucard going to turn and now he'll be the bad guy going forward, or which I still think may happen. But,
yeah.
But then you still got Hector out there,
They're
which one's
both.
which? Well, yeah, but both.
Hector is with Camilla.
Okay, so Isaac.
Yeah. Oh, that was when those dudes came up on him in the desert. I was like, oh my god.
Yeah. I'm a little worried. One thing that kind of worries me is I hope they didn't get too like fan service heavy, and I hope they haven't peaked already. Like that's exactly, episode 7 is exactly what I would have wanted out of a Castlevania. But that seems like that should be a series finale, and it wasn't even this season finale.
And I would have been
Dracula's
okay if that was
gone now. So I'm worried that maybe, I hope they haven't peaked. I'm sure there's still a good story to be told. And Alucard's a very interesting character, but man, you have Castlevania, and before the end of the second season, you've killed off Dracula. Like, I don't
like,
know.
and that's why I would have been fine if it just ended right there. Like, it's been so good. Like, don't jump the shark. But so Adi Shankar kind of hinted that they're not really going to follow. Like, obviously, this did not just follow Castlevania 3 like we thought it was going to. It's
Right.
Trevor and it's Sypha and Alucard fighting Dracula, and Trevor and Sypha end up together at the end. They're going to get married, it looks like, blah, blah, blah. But it didn't really just follow Castlevania 3. And it seems like what he hinted at in an interview I saw on IGN or something is that he's going to, like, I'm going to break from canon. Like, we have established how good this is, and we're not just going to follow, like, people are saying, oh, now it's going to follow Curse of Darkness because Hector and Isaac and blah, blah, blah. And he's like, well, I'm not necessarily going to do that. We're kind of going to do our own thing. And I'm like, obviously, he loves Castlevania. Yeah. You don't make something like this as well as he did without loving the source material. So, like, I trust him. There's also rumors that now they kind of want to do a separate series based on Symphony of the Night. I'm like, well, you already just did like the coolest Symphony of the Night stuff I've ever seen.
Right. So where does that fall? See, the lineage of the Belmonts always confuses me. It's Simon up here, and then at least one, or if not several generations down, is then Trevor.
No, Trevor's first, then Simon. It goes Leon, Trevor, Simon, and then I think Richter. Because I think, like,
I thought Simon came before Belmont. I mean, before Trevor.
Well, it does because it's his first name. Let me see if I can look it up real quick. I thought Trevor was not
because when they're in the basement and you see a portrait of, it's obviously some Belmont, and he's blonde, locks. Like, I'm like, oh, that's Simon. I assume that was Simon, but maybe that was Leon. But anyway, I could get into a Symphony of the Night spinoff. That'd be good.
I just don't know if you can top.
Speaking of Symphony of the Night, did you notice?
Yes, Trevor came first because it goes Lament of Innocence, Dracula's Curse, Curse of Darkness. Oh, so maybe they are going to lead right into that. Castlevania: The Adventure Rebirth, Belmont's Revenge, then Castlevania, then Simon's Quest, then Harmony of Dissonance, and then eventually down the line is because I knew Symphony of the Night was like hundreds of years after.
Yeah. Okay.
And we don't talk about Lords of Shadow. It didn't count.
Also, I love how they nailed the castle. Like,
I was like, that's perfect. And you could tell, like, you could flip that. You saw that too. Like, I'm like, I see this, how there's spires pointing down and stuff. I'm like, you could flip that castle and it would still work.
But yeah, they nailed the castle. It looks perfect. Did you notice, you only see it, I think, in like episode 1 and then in episode 6, I think. The object, the thing, the Dracula uses,
from the Symphony
save
scene.
Thing. Yeah. I was like, oh, that's the, I mean, I don't know what it
is,
but like, that's the thing.
That's the thing that spins and turns into a coffin. And yeah, it was so cool. But
yeah, I loved it. I thought it was awesome.
It was awesome. All right.
We're done. Come back. It's safe now.
Spoilers are off. I think most people, if you really care about this, you watch it because, again, it's so short. But we didn't want to spoil it for you if you haven't seen it yet.
Yeah.
Anything else going on, Sean? You want to get in what we've been playing?
Random question for you.
Yes.
Aside from video games, what are your thoughts on Christmas creep? Like, since November 1st,
he doesn't know what I do.
There are already Christmas commercials. There are dedicated Christmas music stations on Sirius. Now, I'll be the first to say I think it's a little early. But I'm also totally okay with it.
I'm like, this.
There's nothing that puts me in a better mood than just hearing Christmas music and seeing cheesy Christmas commercials, and I'm like, I'm in. Now, Brittany's not.
I read when I put Casey to bed tonight. I read him he was like, he wanted to read a Christmas book. I'm like, yeah, okay, let's do that. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. I love it. I didn't know how you felt. I mean, I usually try to wait till like Thanksgiving. That's like the official kickoff of, Christmas season.
Well, and that's where like the local radio station starts playing Christmas music all the time. 104.5 starts playing on Thanksgiving Day or the day after, whatever it is. No, I love it. Like, I went to Lowe's, last weweekend maybe.
Oh, they had Christmas stuff up in like October.
Yeah, just walking in, I was like, Casey was like, I'm like, I know, it's here.
Yeah.
But I won't put up the decorations and stuff until what we always do is Thanksgiving weekend. That's when I'll not the tree and stuff, but that's when I'll get all the outside lights up. I'll get the blow up Snoopy Santa. No, not Snoopy anymore. It's Mickey, and I'll do all that stuff. But no, I'm like when it's cold and it's like rainy and crappy weather. I'm like, there's nothing else to look forward. Like,
yep.
By the way, I want another sidebar here. I think Halloween might be my least favorite holiday. I'm a Grinch when it comes to it. Obviously, we all know, if you know
Halloween
me, you know
has
I'm a
not
grumpy old
aged
man.
well. I was just talking to Dad about this, and before that, I was talking to Brittany about it. Even today, now I'm sure it'll change once I have kids, or at least kids that are old enough to appreciate
Right.
it. But I used to love Christmas cookies, Christmas decorating, all that.
We didn't even make Halloween cookies this year, did we?
And then eventually I got to the point where
You're slipping, Granny.
we would, I think it was still even when I was living at home, and we'd go to put the tree up, and I'd be so excited. I'd put 2 ornaments on that thing. I'm like, I'm done. I don't want to do this anymore. But, I still like the Christmas tree. I just don't like decorating. Christmas cookies are fun for about the first cookie, and then I'm just
I don't
over
even
that.
like the taste of Christmas. I'm just there
No,
like,
they're not.
can I have a beer instead?
Exactly.
Like,
But like Halloween, I don't care to decorate for it. I don't care. Like, it's fun to go to like a Halloween party, but I don't care. I just don't care at all about pumpkin carving.
we didn't even do it this year.
Brittany
I
was
so
adamant about it. I'm like, yeah, we can get one, whatever. I'm like, I don't really want to help. I picked the stencil. I'm like, I kind of like this design. It should be easy. I carved the top of it. Thought I was done. She's like, you got to at least carve an eye. I'm like, fine. So I carved out one of the eyes, and then I was
You
done.
get the
I'm just
guts
like,
out of it.
oh, I let her do all that.
Yeah.
Pumpkins just gross me out.
They're disgusting. I don't know how you people eat them.
Yeah, Halloween, not my favorite. Especially because it's right after my birthday. So I'm more focused on my birthday than Halloween.
By the way, happy birthday. 34 years old. # Team Young. Because I told Jess, I was like, I think Halloween is maybe my second least favorite. Like, just Labor Day
As
is
far
below
as-
that. And she's like, but wait a minute.
But as far as holidays that you actually do something for,
But
it's probably at the bottom.
yeah,
I'm almost to the point where I almost like Thanksgiving better than Christmas now.
it's number 2 to me. Yeah.
It's a very close number 2, if anything. But like, it's Christmas, Thanksgiving, and then
'Cause
all
it's
of
just
the
food
all
and
the ones
football
that
and
are
wine and
New Year's Eve is fun.
That's way down there for me.
No, I mean it's down there, but it's still fun. I look forward to it. And then you got your Memorial Day, your Labor Day, your 4th of July, all the barbecue holidays.
And
Those are
that's
all
what I'm
fun.
saying. That's why Labor
And then
Day.
it's Halloween's at
Yeah,
the bottom.
yep.
As far as holidays that you actually do something for, Halloween definitely at the bottom.
And the other thing I would say, I think Halloween has the biggest drop off from when you're a kid to when you're an adult. Biggest drop off.
That's
Like Christmas
Halloween
stays
did not
awesome.
age well.
Whereas Thanksgiving, I think, has the biggest uptick. When I was a kid, I was like, "This is
Yep.
stupid. Like,
I agree
I
with
don't
that.
care. Like, I can't drink."
Yeah, it's almost
wine.
like
It's just
Halloween and
turkey
Thanksgiving as you get older kind of
Yes.
switch places. Christmas is always up here. Halloween and Thanksgiving kind of switch, I would say.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. So that was your. We don't need to rank the holidays. We'll save that for a top 10 list sometime. Top 10 holidays in America. Yeah. So happy birthday! I already said that. Anything else you want to talk about?
I saw Bohemian Rhapsody.
Ah, yes.
Very good. Very, very good.
Jess really wants to go, so we need to have mom babysit the kids.
It's so
next
good.
weekend or something. Well,
It's-
never mind. I'll be doing Extra Life, so I don't know,
No,
some
yeah.
other time.
Really, really good. What's his name?
I
Rami Malek or whatever he's perfect.
So do all the songs in it sound just like Queen, like the commercial makes it sound like they do?
Yes.
It's so weird.
Yep.
And it's not Freddie singing them, supposedly.
Supposedly.
It's so crazy. That dude is super talented then. It wasn't Mr.
Well, I don't think
Robot
he's singing.
it. No,
Yes.
but the
Yeah,
guy that
the
does
guy
it
that
was.
is singing. Yeah. Really good. If you haven't seen it, if you even kind of like Queen, go see it. You'll have a much better appreciation for Queen. It's really good. I don't know. It's right up there with A Star Is Born. I mean, there are better movies, I think, this year, but those two are kind of just linked. They're both musical. They're both released within weeks of each other. I don't know which one I like better. They're very similar and they're both very good.
A Star Is Born has really stuck with me more than I thought it would.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Both really good. What else? I guess nothing really else. We can move on.
We can move on. So this week I have been playing some games, Sean.
What have you been playing?
I finally started playing Hollow Knight.
Ah, yes.
I'm about 4.5, maybe 5 hours in. The game is beautiful. This game is so pretty. You can't really do a pogo. It's not really a pogo, or I'm doing it wrong. It's really just a down swipe.
But when you connect with it, you bounce back up. So you can
okay,
keep,
so I've never connected with it.
probably. When you connect, but that's what I'm saying. You need to hit like down attack.
Gotcha.
Attack. You can't just hold it and go boing, boing,
So I need
boing.
to try it
it's
on
not
one of like the little basic enemies. I need to get the feel for it first.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Game's beautiful. I get as I'm playing this, I'm thinking back to what you said about it, and I'm like, everything Sean said is true. Like, I'm like, what the hell am I supposed to do? Like, nobody tells you anything. Everything like is it's all riddles, really, and
there's not too many. Like with Metroid, it's like, oh, I've got high jump. Now I can jump over that thing back there, and oh, now I can space jump. Now I can get way up there. Or now I've got their grappling beams. Like,
right.
There's not as many like power ups and stuff in this.
I've
to
got
where
the
you're
dash.
just
That's
like,
all I've got so far.
Aha! Now I can do this and this. It's everything's just more like gradual.
Yeah. There's I think there's 2 areas that I've seen. I think they were in the first the Forgotten Caverns or whatever, where there's like spike space and then spike space and then spike space. I'm like, okay, I need to be able to wall jump. I can't do that yet, so I can't go there. I think there's 2 areas like that. But yeah, my only power up I've got is the dash. I fought 2 real bosses, probably 4 mini bosses, I would say. It's not that I don't like the game. I think I am hitting Metroidvania fatigue. Like, I think I just want a nice linear game that just like... So, because I played this year for the first time ever. I really played Symphony of the Night for the first time ever. Chasm and whatchamacallit, The Messenger.
Yep.
And now I'm like... So I'm on my 4th major Metroidvania game, like 20-hour game this year. I'm like... Oh, God. I just don't know if I have it in me to keep going.
Then this is a bad one to end on. Because this will be tough. If you are having Metroidvania fatigue,
I think
you're gonna struggle with this game.
I think that's why I haven't like...
That's why I think that's part of why I like The Messenger so much, is because it was definitely a nice, like, similar style, but like, I don't want this to sound like a bad... I don't mean it in a bad way, but compared to like Hollow Knight, it's almost like baby's first Metroidvania. Like, the map is just very simple, and it's just, I mean, you
can buy hints and stuff that tell you where to go.
Hollow Knight's just wide open. The map is not very helpful. The map is helpful on like a macro scale, but not a micro scale kind of. It's a fantastic game, but if you're having Metroidvania fatigue, it's going to be tough.
Yeah.
But I think you're still around that point. Like, I don't think it had grabbed me yet. I think you're getting close. Okay. And it's not like there's just one point where all of a sudden you're like, now I love this game.
Yeah.
But like, you just, it's a slow burn. But once you get there, like, I love the game. But at first I was like, I don't know if this is for me. But then it eventually just clicked. And
I mean, I do really like it.
Yeah.
I like how, like, the 2 bosses I fought have been difficult for the point in the game when you get to them. Like, that Hornet boss was like, I think I died 10 times at her or something.
Yeah.
And I started, like, maybe, like, when she makes this noise, she's going to dash. And when she makes this noise...
Everything is very, very... like, every boss has a very distinct pattern. Like, if you just like stop and focus on what you're doing, you can be like, okay, when they do this, I do this. When they do that, I do that. When they do that, I can get a couple of hits in, and then I do that. And it's just like, you'll always, I mean, not always, but you're going to die a few times at almost every single boss. But then you'll gradually get the pat. Yeah, exactly.
So one of the last things I did last night was I beat the 2, I would call it a mini boss. I don't think it's a real boss, but you tell me. The 2 mushrooms that like spit fire, and then they do the head banging thing, and they're on each side of the screen.
I would
probably a mini boss. I would say.
A mini boss at best. I think you see that it's really just a tough enemy.
I don't think I died.
Yeah.
But I was like, what? There's 2. I don't know.
Yeah.
I wish there were more benches. I feel like the safe spot. Like, I feel like
I wish there were more.
There's sometimes I get so far away, and then I'm like, I freak out, and I like fall in the hot water twice or something, and I died. I'm like, oh my God, and I boot back up, and I hit L1 to look at the map, and I'm like, oh my God, my blood echoes are way over there. I'm like, I'm just gonna go to bed right now.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I think it was like, I think I would be more apt to just be all in on this if you didn't have the blood echo thing. Actually, what are they called? They're called eco in this, so it's almost echo.
Yeah,
aren't they? The little raspberry, the currency thing that you lose. If you didn't lose that, I think I'd be all in on this more than I am.
Yeah, I get what you mean. I wish there were more benches, but I think the flip side to that, I think why there aren't as many is because the game is kind of forgiving and that you don't lose all your progress back to when you last saved.
Yeah.
You have everything still done.
Which I thought, and then you were like, no, dude, just chill.
You just, that's where you respawn.
Yeah.
So you respawn further away.
That's true.
Now, have you gotten, one of the big things that'll help is you eventually get to, unless you've already been there, there's a fast travel system.
With the guy that goes underground and stuff.
Okay, so you have got, yeah. I mean, that'll be more and more helpful
as
the
I
more
start
and more
going
you
back here
open up the map.
Stuff, yeah.
But yeah.
And I got to a new shop this time where the guy's blind. He's like, I can hear you, don't sneak by, but everything costs a lot, but it seems like they're super good upgrades. Like one's like 600 eco or something.
Yep.
So I feel like that will help. I can't remember what. Maybe they give you more notches or something. And then I look at the pause menu. I'm like, have I even started this game? Because I've got like 3 things and there's like...
There's a lot to get. A lot of them are... There are plenty that I have that I never
Does it start to
used.
like pile up? At some point, or do you start going like bang, 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 bang?
You start finding
stuff?
them more and more frequently. Okay. But a lot of them are just kind of worthless. It's not totally like collect-a-thon, but it's just... There's a shop, unless you may have already been there too, where you can buy, I don't remember what it's called, but you can buy something that allows you more of those, the stuff that gets used up when you equip those badges or whatever you call them. You can buy an extra one or whatever, but they won't sell it to you until you have so many badges. So you need to have like 8, and then they'll sell it to you. And then once you have 15, they'll send you another one. So you end up just buying them. Even if they're stupid looking and you know you would never use them.
Just to bank them.
Yeah. Buy them, A, to get rid of your money, and just so you don't lose it. Unless you're saving up for something. And B, you're going to want them so that you can buy more capacity to equip them. Okay. But you never use them, probably.
Okay.
So,
did you use the bank a lot?
I don't think I ever actually used it.
I deposited 100 in there just because I was like, can I just have my money back? I took it right back out. I'm like, this is like, I'm just... Usually, if I die... This kind of contradicts what I was saying, but if I die, I'm like, okay, there's my shadow. I'm just not going to fight anybody on the way because most enemies, you can completely avoid them in this if you want to. Where I'm at so far. So I'm like, I get there and I just go slash and you're good. The funny thing is when I started this and I told you, I was like, oh, I have to fight this guy because I saw it and I was like, oh, there's my echoes. Doom to doom. Boom. Like, what the hell happened? Oh, he's got a sword. Okay. So this is Shadow Link. Okay.
Yeah.
So I really like it. I don't know because I've still got like, I don't really want to play Madden anymore because the Giants suck. So that's kind of just like, well, that was $60 down the drain. But like I've got Secret of Mana that I still want to get back to. And then I got Hitman in a week now, really. Like a week and a few days, which I'm so excited for. That's going to consume me. I don't know. We'll talk about Smash here in a little bit. I may cancel my Smash pre-order.
Yeah.
It might just be...
I think it's more for the boys.
Yeah, like I want to get it just so we can do like one Let's Play, and that's like, well, okay, well that was $60 for one Let's Play, which we will never ever make that back because hey, like and subscribe, get us to 1,000 subs. Yeah. So I don't know. It's one of those things that it'd be a nice Christmas thing, either for the boys or for me, and we all just play it. But like, I don't need to have it day one. I don't think, even with Snake and Simon and Trevor and all them in it. Yeah, we'll talk about that here in a minute. Another game I played. Did you get to try Tetris Effect?
I did. Maybe it's just because I'm not playing it in VR.
I know what you're going to say, and I agree.
It was basically just Tetris. I thought it was still obviously Tetris. You had to move blocks and create lines, but I thought it was like here's Tetris. Boom, 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 boom. I thought it was whoop. like
There is a
turn
game-
at 90 degrees
yeah.
and it's coming at
There's a
you.
game
and
like
you-
that. It's Super Hypercube. That is that exact game where you have
Okay,
to
maybe
look
that's
and
what
like,
I'm
how do I
thinking
get
of.
this thing to line up and stuff? No,
But
but
it
that's
was-
kind of what I thought Tetris Effect
It
was
was
going to be.
beautiful, and
Yes.
like the visuals were cool, and the music and how it moves along with how
Yes.
you're moving.
And
Like,
when you flip it and stuff, but it doesn't seem like it's like
Right,
Like,
somehow it
still
all
goes.
fits with the
It's
beat.
so cool.
it's very. I don't know what the word is, but
It's trippy.
now I didn't play the. There's like 2 modes or whatever.
I did both. Yeah,
What I didn't know what the other one was. I
What did
never
you
played
do?
it, but I did like the single player, the
the
normal
story, whatever, where you
Yeah.
can just do like the first 3 levels or
Yeah.
whatever.
So what is the other one?
The other one's just marathon, where it's just you go, and as you go, I don't know if it depends on how many lines you get or how much time goes by. The speed goes from 1 to 2 to 3
Yeah.
to 4 up to 10. I wanted
Well,
you
it
to
said
try
something about like play different versions of the game based on your mood or something like that. I'm like,
Well,
what?
because so what you can do is you can pick any of those different levels which have like fire, and it's like whoa,
Yeah,
or it's
yeah.
like the nicest serene this and blah blah blah.
Okay.
But it's so like I like some of the little gameplay tweaks. Again, to me, like you were saying, it really is just Tetris with
But see,
cool stuff here and there.
Yeah, my biggest issue with this is something I would probably. Well, first of all, is this a $60 game?
40.
B,
If it
still
was
a
20,
bit much.
I'd probably.
If
buy
it was 20 and if it was on the Switch, I'd probably get it. But
Oh,
Tetris is not a
yeah.
game that I just want to sit.
in my living room and can't
Right.
go anywhere.
This is a
yeah.
good like take on the road kind of game. So it is fun. I would gladly play it on my Switch, but probably not something I'm going to buy. But I did enjoy it.
No, this is one of those things. If it's ever on PSN sale for 50% off, it's $20. I'm like,
I
okay.
might pick it up. yeah.
And Jess was like, "Is it 2-player?" I'm like, "No,
Even
this
the
should
full
be
game.
Yeah,
It's not. That's weird.
because she wanted to try it and then she fell asleep. But it should be 2-player. Like I get it's because the whole VR thing. But yeah, so
Yeah.
like I tried moving. I did the right stick to move the game board or whatever you would call it. But I'm like, what the hell's
There's
the
no
point
point,
of this?
yeah.
This is just makes it more confusing. This doesn't help anything. I just zoomed in all the way till it took up like where nothing was.
Oh,
off the
I didn't even
screen.
know you could zoom in.
Yeah, so you can zoom in, so it's nice and big. But like, it's just. I'm sure it would look trippy, and what I'm guessing is if you're in VR, some of those things, the fractals or whatever, the voxels that
Frozen
are
fractals all around.
we listened to that this morning, and Eliza wasn't interested, and I was just belting. God, that movie it's Lion King's still number 1, pretty much undisputed. I think Frozen might top Aladdin for my
See, I
number
don't
2.
remember much about Frozen besides Let It Go.
Yeah.
I've seen the movie. I saw it once.
It is the
I
Lion King.
barely remember the story. Lion King will always be number 1, and yeah,
Yeah.
I think Aladdin's probably number 2,
It's so good.
and then I don't know after that, but
It's so the music's okay. Anyways, tune in next time for our Frozen
Top 10
spoiler
Disney
cast.
movies.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Frozen fractals all around. So I'm sure if you're in your VR helmet, that stuff that you just see out to the side, like maybe you do want to be zoomed out more because you see this stuff but then that's gonna I just want to play Tetris.
yeah.
Like I like the gameplay tweaks. I like how you can hit L1 if you don't like this block, you can pause it basically. You can move it over to like the standby mode. Did you do this?
No, I didn't even do that.
Yeah, so if you
I
hit,
literally just played like there's my next
so
block,
it's cool.
the
So
next
what it
one.
does is, so if a block's coming down and you're like, oh, I don't like anything here. Oh, but there's a straight block next. You can hit L1 and move it over here to the side, and then you get the next block.
Ah.
However, if you've already got something like in the bullpen, if you hit L1 to move that over, you move the one in the bullpen out here instead of the one that's next. So then you get
Okay.
the strategy and of when do I want to play this, and you can only do it one time. You can't like go, oh crap, I didn't mean to do that. Once you flip
Yeah.
something, you can't do it again.
Okay.
That's cool. And then you got the in the zone mode, which you hit L2, and it's really just
Nah, I
like
didn't do that either. I skipped the tutorial. I'm like, I know how to play Tetris. Let's just get right to it. Okay,
It
so I
was
missed
fun.
out on a lot of
But
it.
the in the zone thing, well, you can still play it
I could play it tonight.
maybe
not going to.
tomorrow.
I think it ends tonight.
Yeah.
It
ends. Swing, swing, swing. Black eyes open wide. All right. It was a lot of fun. Tetris Effect is really cool. If I had a VR headset and I probably would only have like 3 games at this point, I'd be like, okay, maybe I spend $40
Yeah.
on this. But as it is, it'd be fun. It's, again, lacking in 2-player mode. If it was $20, I'd be all over it, but whatever. The other game that I did play this week, then we'll get to what Sean's been playing if there's anything else.
I don't think I played anything.
Okay. I played a game called Old Man's Journey. Yes, I got the platinum for it.
That was my next question.
Platinum number 26. So this is a game I bought probably like 3 or 4 months ago because Greg tweeted it out. I had seen this game. It was like $8 or something, but it was like he built it up like it was this great emotional story, and it really stuck with him. And I was like, this story sucks. So like what the game is, it's very basic graphical style where you've got an old man and he's going on a
journey.
Okay. So what he does, so there's these hills. Yeah, look it up. So there's these hills where you have to, it's a puzzle game where you have to take him from on each screen from point A to point B. And the way you get there, there's all these hills, like in the foreground and in the background. And he'll walk on the hill, and some hills you can drag them either up or down. So they're like can go from down here to up here. So what you want to do is get them, if this hill crosses this hill, then you can jump from here to here.
Okay.
And then, but if you're on a hill, you can't move it. So you can like jump from here to here, and then you can move this hill up to get to this hill over here. So then you jump back, go here, and then you go to like a windmill or whatever. It's pretty. It's hard to explain. If you look it up, it'll make sense. But it's about this old man. It seems like his wife has died. You see that later on. He's got kids, and he's reminiscing of the times when he like built like paper boats with them, and you know what I mean, like newspaper boats or whatever.
Yeah.
And there's no text, there's no dialogue, there's nothing. It's just basically you play a stage that's a puzzle, and you get there, and some of them are tricky, some of them aren't that tricky, because then you get to parts where you got to walk across water, like a waterfall, and you'll fall down to the next level. So you got to make sure that the hill's at the right spot when you fall down, yada, yada, yada. I didn't yada out the bisque. But you get to the end, it's just like, it's done. I'm like, well,
so is it a platinum just for beating it? Like, was there anything?
No, there's you have to click on certain things throughout each stage, and there's one part that's tough where there's a train going, and you've got to move like a bridge down, and then a bridge up, and then this hill up, and this hill down. You got to close this drawbridge. That was the last trophy I got, and it was kind of difficult. I'm disappointed in it. I didn't expect a lot out of it, but the fact that Greg was tweeting about it months ago and was saying what a big deal it was, and it was emotional and all this, I expected more than I got. And it was just, it's kind of blah. I mean, I got a platinum for it. It was platinum number 26. It was just fine. It was fine. I would have liked to have, I think this game would have been better if they would have just not been so artsy fartsy, and they would have actually put text on the screen. They didn't have to do voiceover and stuff like that.
Right.
But put text on the screen so I actually know, like have him interact with people and like have some dialogue or something other than just like a kid waves and like there's a toy and whatever. It's just, it could have been done better, I think. Are you able to get any of that from looking at it?
I don't even know if this is gameplay. I don't know what I'm looking at.
That's a cutscene. Skip.
Okay.
Frozen fractals all around. So see how you do that?
Okay.
It's a cool concept.
Yeah.
And I like puzzle games and stuff, and this was a different kind of game. It wasn't very difficult at all. It was, like I said, it was fine. I just thought it was going to be a better story than it was, and it was not a great story.
Yeah. Interesting.
Very. All right, so you haven't played anything else? You watched Castlevania, we got that.
Yeah, I don't think I played anything besides Tetris. Nothing.
Welcome to our podcast from 30 years ago. Biscuit party. All right, you want to get to the news of the week, Sean?
Yes.
All right, not a whole lot this week, but let's run through this. So, Red Dead Redemption 2 is out. If you weren't aware of this, you have definitely been under a rock. It was the second biggest entertainment launch ever. It made $725 million in 3 days. GTA 5 made over $1 billion, and that was 5 years ago. So I don't know what inflation is, but it really missed. It missed. We all knew it was not going to sell GTA 5, and it will never get to 85, 90 million, whatever the GTA is sold. It will not happen, period. This is a game that's like The hardcore fans are going to want it and play it, but this will not have the life unless Red Dead Online turns out to be like Back to the Future 3 or Westworld or something where it's not just I'm going on my horse, I'm going to go to this camp, I'm going to hunt this deer, I'm going to skin this deer.
Go take a bath.
Yeah, I'm going to cut my hair and cut my toenails and take a bath. No, thank you. I killed you and I got to clean my gun. And the game is, of course, at a 97 on Metacritic for both PS4 and Xbox One. I could have told you that. Like, I was like, oh, shocking. IGN gave it a 10. Great. But even like in the review for the 10 and people that have played the game, you wavered.
Yeah. I went from wanting nothing to do with it to, you know what? I don't really have anything else to play. It looks beautiful. I think I'm going to get it. And then I went to, this doesn't sound fun. It looks beautiful and I'm sure there are fun parts, but everything I read was like cool cutscene, cool story, and then you do this and there's a lot of action, and now you gotta ride your horse back like 10 miles
across
to town, and you're just...
Oh, and heaven forbid your horse dies and you have to walk back.
Right, like there's just all these things that I'm like, I feel like I would get frustrated with this game. It sounds like not enough happens.
Like I was Justin
and
Davis,
I feel like that's why the game is 60 hours to beat or whatever, because you
because
probably spend
30
2 hours
walking.
in between missions just walking back. Like, I'm like, this is not, I don't know.
When I saw Justin Davis tweeting about how he's like, yeah, it's like, obviously this is a great technical achievement. I don't think anybody would doubt that.
Right.
Like, it is the prettiest game I've ever seen. Photorealistic, everything. Like we said, when it's cold, the horse balls shrink and all that stuff. You poop and everything's amazing. Your beard hair grows. Your hair grows. You got to cut your toenails. Shoot a gun. If you fall in the mud, your gun, you got to clean it. Otherwise, you can't shoot no bad guys. But none of that sounds fun. Like, I don't want to
There's a reason we play video game, because
I don't want
you
to
don't
play
have to
Second
do stuff
Life.
like that. Exactly.
I don't want to play Second Life. Like, I don't get it. And the one thing that has kind of pissed me off, like
what if you were playing Grand Theft Auto and you jumped off of like a bridge and you landed and you broke your leg, and then you had to spend a month in the hospital before you could walk
shoot
again.
yourself
Like,
in the head. Yeah.
like, we don't need to be super realistic. Like, this is a microcosm of video games. Like, just because you're getting more and more realistic, and I'm not talking just graphics, but graphics and gameplay, it's not necessarily a good thing. Like, this is why we play video games, is to get away from that kind of stuff.
This is not smelling your own farts, is what it is. That you are Rockstar and you've made GTA 5 money, so you can literally do whatever the hell you want.
Yeah.
If they want to make Rockstar Table Tennis 2 and make it for 8 years, they could, because they're living off GTA 5 and they will forever.
Yeah.
The one thing that has pissed me off about this, there's been a lot of like hoity-toity noses up in the air about this game. Metacritic, I should look it up, but the gist of what they said when they put out their final score, like 97, they had a quote that was like, basically, you're not a true gamer if you don't want to.
Oh,
play
yeah, I
this
saw
game.
that.
Kiss my ass. Like, no. Or it's just, and like Justin Davis was like, and again, Justin and I don't always get along on like politics and stuff, but like, I love him on GameScoop. He's a great writer. I enjoy him on Twitter. And he's like, or this is not your cup of tea. Like, don't be like that. Like, why does everything, and this is like we talked about 2 weeks ago when we podcast with Rockstar, why does everything have to be so like like you're either with us or against us,
Yeah.
or you're like you love developers or you hate them and you want them to work 500-hour work weeks, or you're like you're a true gamer because you appreciate this and you want to get lost in minutia, or you're not a real gamer. Kiss my ass.
Yeah.
And I've seen other, like, some people on Twitter talking like that. I'm like, if you like the game, that's fine. I have no problem with that. But don't try and demean people because they don't like it. That's just ridiculous. And some of the stuff I've seen with this game is, it's like, I just think it's ridiculous.
It's stupid. There's, speaking of Grand Theft Auto,
Yeah.
It's like they just wanted to see how much they can do, and like you said, unbelievable achievement. Like,
Technical,
yes,
like, yeah.
but it doesn't sound fun. Like,
Fine.
I could come up with examples all day. What if you were playing Streets of Rage and you went to punch a bad guy and they moved, and instead you punched a wall, and now you broke your hand, and now you can't punch anymore until maybe 3 levels later on when your hand has... Like, that's stupid. There's no need to do that in a video game. They don't need to be that realistic. It's just... And I really wanted to like this game. I don't think I'll ever... I'm not saying I'll never play it, but I don't see myself buying it. I don't know. It just sounds like I would just get bored. I don't think I would ever beat this game if I bought it. No. I think I would just get bored with it. It's kind of, honestly, you know what it reminds me of? Which I know you loved and a lot of people loved, and I thought it was good too, but it kind of reminds me a little bit of the game, Shadow of the Colossus. I got bored with that because it was just like, ride your horse all the way out there. Fight this guy. Go back. Ride your horse all the way out that way. And I'm just like, I don't need these horse parts. Like, the game's beautiful. Yeah. I get that. It's nice to look at, but like, just give me the fights. I got a lot of thoughts on that when we do our Game of the Year discussion in December. I got a lot of thoughts on that. I thought I'd like that a lot more than I did. Yeah. I don't know. It's like, video games should be fun. At the end of the day, they should be fun. Whether it's Celeste, like, that's why I haven't Celeste 10 out of 10, 92 Metacritic, blah blah blah. I'm like, it's not fun to play. Now that's different. That's just because they're like, we're going to make the most difficult platformer that has ever been a thing. Yeah. I don't get it. Like, this is the only way I will ever buy this game is if Red Dead Online looks amazing, and even then, it would have to be even past my wildest expectations for me to want to buy this. Because I'd rather just go install GTA 5 again for 75 gigs and just play that online, and that's more fun. Like, unless they just completely go crazy with the online to where it is Westworld, like I said, or Back to the Future 3 or something where it's like the now mixed with the then. Like, nothing about this game proper. I've read so many reviews and I've seen so many people talk on Twitter. Yes, the game's beautiful. I've got Uncharted 4 and I've got God of War and I got Horizon. Like, I've got some of the prettiest games ever made. I don't care how, at this point, I don't care what the game looks like. Yeah. And games like Celeste are beautiful too in a completely different way. Messenger was beautiful. Like, that doesn't mean anything. You built a great engine. Okay. But the game does not, everything I've heard about the game, it does not sound fun. Yeah. Nope. I'm with you. But again, if you like it, that's fine. But if we don't like it or other people don't like it, that's fine too. Different strokes for different folks. I will be mad if that just default wins Game of the Year over Spider-Man or God of War. I'll be pissed. It'll probably win some. All right, Sean. So this week there was a Smash Direct. Mm-hmm. There are now 74 total characters playable at the time this launches. I still don't understand if they're all just there from the beginning or do you have to unlock them? I don't know how Smash works. Typically, you have to unlock some of the characters. Okay. But like, you do that through, it's not like microtransactions. Yeah, you just, right. The achievements just play the game. And stuff. Yeah. So there's some new characters announced, including Ken. So Sean's going to buy it. Incineroar. Is that a dinosaur that breathes fire? Yes. From Pokemon Sun and Moon. Oh, it's a Pokemon. I should have known. And Piranha Plant, which is coming as a post-launch free download on February 15th. As long as you buy the game and register it, you get it for free. There will be amiibo for all the new characters, all these 3, and Ridley, and everything that's new to this game will get their own amiibo. I've got Ryu sitting over there. Poor Ryu. Why do we do this to him? Why do we do this to him? We should get a Ken just so we can keep the symmetry going. Actually, I'm gonna get a Ken amiibo so we can. Yeah. Anyways, different online modes. Some people like the new way they're doing online modes. It used to be For Honor or For Glory, which is basically, it seemed like either. And again, you know me, especially if you follow me on Twitter. You know what I feel about Smash, so I could be talking out of my ass. But I think it's either For Honor or For Glory used to be like ranked or unranked, basically. Whereas now, you've got all these customization options, and you can, how many rounds you want, what the time limit is, and region, all this other stuff. Some people like that, which I kind of like. Like, if I actually get this game and I play it online, which I probably won't, I don't want to go play against like
Tim Geddes or somebody that's just like a Smash like veteran, and that's I know like I don't want to. That's not fun. I'd rather
Right.
play against my kids and kick their asses, you know. But
That's the main reason I don't play first person shooters, because they're
Right.
basically multiplayer focused, and when you play online you play against just people that is their life, and I'm like, well, this is not
I
fun.
have no chance. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm done. So I don't know. So I actually like what they showed of the online mode because there's a lot of customization, and if I were to actually play it, I would like that. But that's just me, and I don't know Smash, so whatever. There was also this spirit mode, which is the most confusing thing in the world. Apparently, I thought this was like. I thought you got these spirits, and then you can use them when you're doing your smash, like when you're smashing, when you're
Fight when you're
when you're smashing. But apparently this spirits mode is its own mode that seems like it's like a mobile game where you like, oh, these are my spirits and I got to feed them like a Tamagotchi, and then I level them up and do this. It's like a game inside a game, and a lot of people are pissed over that. A lot of people were pissed over the final character announcements because people were hoping Grinch was going to be there. I'm like, you really thought the Grinch was going to be in Smash?
why?
Because there was some leak that came out that was a fake. It was not a leak. It was a hoax that came out that Grinch was going to be in there and some other people and stuff. The only thing I can think that makes sense, and I didn't read up on any of this, so I don't know, but like Illumination is doing the Grinch movie, and Illumination is also doing the Mario movie.
There's a Mario movie.
Mm-hmm. But it's going to be like cartoon. It's
Right,
not
not-
going to be John Leguizamo and
Captain Lou Albano.
Dennis Hopper. Yeah. So I don't get the whole spirit thing. It looks like it's like a mobile game inside of Smash. Then there was also adventure mode, which I don't think they've really said what it is. It's called World of Light, where basically Thanos comes in and snaps, and everybody becomes like the spirits or something. They all die. Kirby's the only one still alive for some reason, and I don't know. Like I said, I'm glad Snake is in this and the Belmonts are in it and stuff, but I'm like, I don't know that I really need this game.
I don't understand why people are so upset. Like, it's basically just a re-release of a game that already exists. So the fact that you're getting any of this bonus stuff, even if you don't like it,
Yeah.
just don't play it. You already know what the game is. It's that game, and here's some extra stuff we're throwing in.
I think what
And
it is-
people are mad because they don't like the extra stuff?
Yeah.
God.
That's welcome to 2018.
Y'all are running out of things to get upset about.
No, there will be something this week. Election day is Tuesday. I don't know.
Well,
this is
yeah.
probably going up Wednesday, so election day was yesterday. You'll be, no matter what side you're on, you'll be mad.
People will be mad.
There's also more characters coming post-launch with paid DLC. I don't really like this. You're like biggest roster ever and 74 characters, but you're still gonna have to pay to get all of them.
Yeah.
You can do $5.99 each, or you can do a fighter pass for $25. I think they said it's going to take them until February 2020 to get all 5 characters released.
2020?
2020 ABC.
Oh, gosh.
I don't know. I'm probably going to cancel my pre-order. I'm just like I could still be playing Hitman then, or Hollow Knight, or Mana. I won't be done with either of those by then. For
Probably
sure.
not.
Even if I'm done with Hitman, Hitman doesn't have a platinum trophy. So, Hitman Season 1 or Hitman 2016 Hitman didn't have a platinum trophy. It kind of made sense because because you could. Everything was episodic. There were 6, I think, episodes where you could buy 1 and 4 and 6 if you wanted to. So it's like, how do you really why even have a platinum if you don't have the whole game as one?
Right.
But Hitman 2 does not have a platinum trophy. Now, I would never get it because Hitman Absolution was the last one that actually, I think the only one that had trophies before Hitman Episodic. And it was difficult. But I don't know how, when this is all being released as one release, how do you not have trophy? How do you not
That's
have a platinum
weird.
trophy? It's got 84 bronze trophies and 19 gold and no platinum. What the hell? But the way it's broken down on PSN profiles is it's almost like they're treating it like it's episodic, although it's all coming out at one time. So maybe that's why. But this is a $60 game with 90 something trophies and no platinum. That doesn't make any sense. So anyways, but I'm still very excited for Hitman. Hitman 2. I love Hitman. more than Watch Dogs 2, if you're bored, you should pull out your PS2 and borrow blood money from me. Still the best, up until right now, the best Hitman game ever made.
I might try it.
It's so much fun. All right, let's talk about sales results because I like to talk about that kind of stuff. The Switch has now surpassed the GameCube. I love Nintendo. No matter what y'all think about Nintendo, they will always, good or bad, they tell you how much everything has sold. Literally everything. So the Switch has now sold 22.86 million units. The GameCube sold 21.74. That's pretty good. Mario Odyssey is the best-selling game. 12.17 million units. Mario Kart Deluxe, 11.71. Breath of the Wild, I believe this is between both systems, over 10 million now. 10.24 million. It is the best-selling Zelda game if you don't count like Twilight Princess Wii plus GameCube plus Twilight Princess HD, or Wind Waker plus Wind Waker HD.
Yeah.
Or Ocarina plus Ocarina 3D. It's the best-selling Zelda game ever. The NES and SNES Classic have now sold over 10 million units.
Each or combined?
Combined.
Okay.
10 million units combined.
Still.
But that's like almost half of the Switch.
Wow.
However, the PlayStation 4 has sold 86 million now. I mean, it's been out for 5 years.
Well, yeah.
For context, the PS3 finished at 84 million, so now has officially passed the PS3. Do you know what the PS1 sold?
100 million.
102.5. Do you know what the PS2 sold?
150.
156.
Dang, that was pretty close.
156 million.
I'm shocked that the PS4 is just now, probably within the last, couple months, outsold the PS3.
Well, but so the PS3 was made in 2005 in Japan, 2006 here, and they kept making it until maybe 2 years ago. So you got to think. I mean, you're talking about 10 years versus 5.
That's true.
And the PS3, like, it got off to a horrible start. $5.99, get a second job. Ho ho ho, Titus. Ha 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 ha. Oh yeah, Final Fantasy X and X-2 are coming out on Switch, if you care.
I can't get them again.
Okay.
X-2 sucks.
Yeah, well, right. Why? Just do Final Fantasy X. Like, literally, I don't think anybody likes X-2.
Yeah.
So yeah, shout out to the PS4. I think it will get to 100 million, but it's going to be close.
I don't know.
Because PS5, we assume, is 2020. It's not 2019. We would know way more than we know now. So it's 2020. Can they sell? And again, they'll keep selling it for years after that. So it'll probably get to 100 million, but 102.5 is what PS1's at. I don't know if it's going to get past that.
I mean, it sold, 84 in 5 years?
86, yeah.
86 in 5 years, so that's 17 million a year. So, and it's not going to sell 17 million over the next year.
No.
Like, I'm sure they're very much plateauing.
They're at the
now.
other side of the bell curve now, yeah.
So you got to figure it would take at least, I don't know. It might. I don't think so, though.
Yeah.
Because around the time that it would be getting there, PS5 is going to come out. And if it hasn't already, totally
if it's not at
flatlined.
98 by then, yeah. Because, I mean, they'll discount it to 150 or 200, whatever it is when the PS5 comes out. Or just the
PlayStation.
Sean, we finally got the full... Any thoughts on the sales numbers?
That's about what I thought.
Actually, wait. I wanted to look at one thing here. Go over here, do this. Okay. Do you know how many units the Nintendo 3DS has sold?
Ooh.
Less than I thought.
When did it come out?
2012.
We're talking all the various models.
All 3DS models, yeah.
100 million?
73. That's what I thought it would have been, around 100. 73. Yeah. The Wii U was 13 million. The Wii was 101.6. The Nintendo DS, 154 million for the original DS. Game Boy Advance, 81.5 million.
The DS sold 150 million?
154 million. Everybody wanted to use the stylus.
That's gotta be Japan.
Mostly, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
The Game Boy, the original Game Boy, 118.6 million. That's awesome.
I would have thought that. The DS sold more than the Game Boy?
Yeah.
That
We didn't
just
have a
seems
Game
weird
Boy.
to
Is that
me.
not weird that we didn't have a Game Boy?
We were Sega kids. We had a Game Gear for some reason.
It sold like 4 million probably. The Nintendo GameCube, I already said that. The Nintendo 64, 32.9 million.
That's shocking.
Super NES, 49.1. Second best. Well, we'll get to that at some point. 49.1 million units, and the NES/Famicom sold 61.9 million.
So the best-selling Nintendo console ever is the DS.
Yeah.
Are you sure that doesn't include? That's not DS plus 3DS.
No, that's DS. 154, and then 3DS is up here.
That just doesn't seem right.
What was on the DS?
I don't know.
No, Jerry.
Metroid Prime Hunters and
New
probably
Super Mario.
New Super Mario.
Yeah, New Super Mario 1 was on that.
But,
the 2 touchscreen
gosh.
Zelda games, Super Mario 64 remake. I think they re-released a lot of SNES. Like Chrono Trigger was on that. I think Final Fantasy 4, 5, and 6 might have been on that. There's a lot of re-releases on that too, but I think it was cool. It was like, wow, stylus.
Yes, but
That was before we could use our fingers to do touchscreen stuff.
yeah. Wow.
Yeah. Next up, the PS Classic full game list was revealed, and it goes as such: Battle Arena Toshinden, Cool Borders 2, Destruction Derby, Final Fantasy 7, GTA 1, Intelligent Cube with a Q, Jumping Flash, not to be confused with the boss from Contra 1, Metal Gear Solid, Mr. Driller, personal favorite, that was facetiousness, Oddworld, Abe's Odyssey, Rayman, Resident Evil 1 Director's Cut. Do you know how that's different from Resident Evil 1? I mean, it's still got tank controls and all that, so I don't know what would have been different in a director's cut.
There may have been like almost what do you call it? Almost like a Master Quest kind of thing or something. There's something where like things were in different locations maybe.
Okay.
I don't remember.
Revelations Persona, so Persona 1 is on this thing. Ridge Racer Type 4, Super Puzzle Fighter 2 Turbo, Siphon Filter, Tekken 3, Rainbow 6, shout out to you.
Wow.
Now, Twisted Metal and Wild Arms. You loved it on PC. Did you ever play it on PlayStation? I assume not.
No, but I can't imagine it's
I don't know how that would even work.
nearly as good.
Yeah.
I loved that game on PC.
Because it was all tactical, and we're going to
Yeah.
go in here. Yep. So some of the notable misses that I wrote down: Symphony of the Night, Crash 1 through 3, Spyro Trilogy, RE2, Wipeout, Legacy of Kain, Ape Escape. They can't do it because they didn't put stupid analogs on the things. All the Street Fighters, so Alpha 1, 2, and 3, and I think they did like Street Fighter X Tekken, although nobody really cared. Oh, Street Fighter the movie, the game. That was a miss. All the Tony Hawks, although that's licensing issues.
They should make a movie about that.
About Street Fighter the movie, the game, the movie, director's cut. Tomb Raider, which that really surprises me, and Chrono Cross. I just threw that on there because
Yeah.
it's Chrono, but you said it's not as good as Trigger. But
A lot of people love it, but no, it's not as good as Trigger.
so when you look at the misses, though, like Symphony of the Night just got re-released, Crash remaster, Spyro remaster, RE2 remaster.
Plus, I mean, I get it, but Final Fantasy 8, 9, I mean, I think they got the best one on there,
Yeah.
but like people love 8 and 9. Some people love them better than 7, but I think you got the right one if you're only going to put one.
Does anything about this make you want to buy this system?
Not really. There are games that I would enjoy, but like I've played Final Fantasy 7 to death.
You
I've
can
really
get on
only
PS4
played
for $8.
Exactly. I've really only played Metal Gear Solid through probably one time.
Wow, really?
Because then I bought Twin Snakes and it like crashes at
Okay.
I don't remember where.
You don't even you go up the elevator and it crashes. I think.
Yeah,
It's like
it was
super early.
pretty early on.
Yeah. Because I've got
Um,
it now, just because I like the box.
But Siphon Filter could be cool. I've played Resident Evil enough. I know the Oddworld games are fun. There's games that I would enjoy. How much is it?
$100. The
I don't
SNES
know.
Classic for $80 is a much better buy, in my opinion.
How many games are on it?
20. So I like the SNES Classic.
I don't know. No, I won't buy. I didn't buy the NES. I didn't buy the SNES. I'm not going to buy this, but there are games I would enjoy, but it's not like it just doesn't. You're pushing it with the PlayStation, and I think even if they did make an N64 classic, like those
Like
games weren't
retro.
meant
Yeah.
to just pick up and play. Like these are all pretty in-depth games for the most part. It's not like picking up Super Mario World and playing for a little bit, or Super Metroid or Zelda. Like these are, I don't know. No, there's no way I'm buying it.
A lot of people say, one thing I noticed, Twisted Metal 2, a lot of people say is the best Twisted Metal game on the PS1. Battle Arena Toshinden, we've talked about that a million times on here. I've got great memories of that playing at my buddy Tom Johnston's house growing up.
Tell me the difference. I mean, I know they're totally different games, but like, what is the difference between that and like Tekken? Like, why would somebody like one over the other? I picture them as being basically the same game.
I don't know, because I don't know that I played Tekken for 5 minutes of my life. But Battle Arena Toshinden is 3D fighter, like Virtua Fighter, like Tekken, but you have projectiles. You can shoot fireballs. You can do flash kicks. You also have weapons and stuff. So it's really one of those like a 2D fighter in a 3D plane where you just kind of like you circle each other. I'm not saying like Fatal Fury where you just jump back and jump forward.
Right.
But it's a 3D fighter, but I have so much. Tom and I probably played that for 10, 20 hours at his house, just hanging out on his little TV in his bedroom. So that's special memories to me. Cool Borders 2, I'm sure it's like SSX and all that. It's fine, whatever.
I'm going to lose sleep tonight because I started thinking about that 3D fighting knockoff game that we had on some
You already
old
forgot the
PC,
name?
and I've forgotten the name again. After I finally figured it out, and I'm like, yes.
Do you want me to give you the name?
Oh, you remember it?
Yeah.
Oh, thank
And
God.
I saved the tab so I can never forget it.
I mean, I don't even. Well, yeah. What is it?
FX Fighter.
FX Fighter. God, that's right.
It's my back of the box.
Okay. That was going to drive me nuts if I forgot. I'm glad you remembered.
But like Metal Gear Solid, I beat it probably 10 times. What I really wish is that I still had my PC CDs for that. Like that's the way to play that game, because it's not Twin Snakes and all that. It's the PS1 graphics, but instead of just looking like, it's all like it's the blocky polygons, but it's clean blocky polygons. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's great. Mr. Drill, I've never heard of. Oddworld and Rayman would probably be fun to play. I don't want to play Resident Evil 1 unless they remake it with like non-tank controls, because I think even the thing that we got
The
for
remake.
free, did it not have tank controls?
What do
I
you
don't
mean got it
remember.
for free?
Because that was a PS Plus game one time.
Was it?
Yeah.
It was still tank controls.
Okay.
Yeah.
The one game on here that really makes me want to buy this thing, I won't. But like, hey mom, dad, if you want to give me this for Christmas, that'd be cool. You're not listening. Siphon Filter, because I just feel like
Siphon Filter.
Yeah, Siphon Filter. Brazil.
It's kind of Metal Gear esque. Right?
It is. It's like Metal Gear meets Winback to me, is what I think of it.
Okay.
As. And I just want to play Siphon Filter. I've never played it. The other thing I do wonder is how easy this is going to be able to crack, to be cracked. Sorry, like you can go now with. I mean, yes, there's a risk of bricking your SNES Classic or NES Classic, but it's pretty easy to hack those things and just make them into a pie with everything on it, and it all fits into the menu where you scroll across and you do this. Like, if it's that easy with this, then maybe, because I've never tried to emulate on my Pi any PS1 games, because I don't. The one time I tried N64, everything was kind of off.
Yeah.
So I don't know, but I don't know. There's nothing. If I got this as a gift, I'd be like, sweet.
Exactly.
But I would never go spend $100 on this thing.
Yeah, me neither. I'd rather spend $100 and make you eat a ghost pepper. I don't even know what a ghost pepper is. How big is it? Like, would just eating a ghost pepper?
One bite is all you need. It's not the
Like, is it the size of like a jalapeno, or is it
it's
like
like
a little,
pepper.
like
It's
a
like a
little skinny kind of like a little, or it's like a full, like a
I
fat?
mean, you have a phone with Google.
I do.
Next up, so there was this story going around, Sean. I don't know if you saw this. That Konami had put out a 1.01 or something, or 1.1.
Yes. That's too.
You heard about it?
Yeah, that kills PT.
That kills PT.
Oh, it just looks nasty.
Because we all hate Konami, right? And we kind of do. Give me that. It's going to be my predictions next year. Metal Gear Solid 3 and the Fox engine.
That just looks scary.
Just give me bread and milk. God.
Boot Jolokia.
So there was this thing going around. It was all over Reddit and Reset Era, which is a great place to be. That was facetiousness. That Konami had put out this 1.1 update that if you downloaded it, it would delete PT, or it would make PT unplayable on your PlayStation 4. Because the way it works, if you know, so PT was a playable teaser that came out in 2014. It was going to be Kojima's next game after Metal Gear Solid 5. He was doing Silent Hills. Then everything went sideways unless you believe in the Ruse Crews. And I've started actually commenting on the Reddit threads like, you're all freaking idiots. There was a thing going around about, oh my gosh, there's trophies on Castlevania Requiem about Lisa and Jay. I'm like, everybody's like, there's people commenting like, have you, like, this game's 20 years old. Lisa is his mom. You people are freaking stupid. Like, I can't even get into it. All that being said, we have plenty of reasons to hate Konami. This is not one. This is completely false. This is completely a stupid internet thing that went out of control. There is no 1.1 update that kills your PT. It doesn't. It's not a real thing. If you want to be mad at Konami, be mad at them about how they treated Kojima. Be mad at them about how they refused to let Kojima Productions employees get freaking healthcare in Japan. Be mad at them about that. Be mad at them about
pachinko machines
and crapping on Metal Gear and releasing Metal Gear Survive. Be mad at them even if you want to be mad that, like, yeah, it's cool we can play Symphony of the Night on PS4, except it's the not original vocals, which is crap. And it's like the most bare bones collection. It's not even a collection. It's just apparently when you boot it up, even the menu, like if you want to play this game or this game, it's super confusing. So people are like, I don't even know what game I'm about to play because nothing makes sense. So yeah, I don't know, but just be mad at them for the right reasons. Don't make stuff up to be mad at them. They do enough wrong on their own.
Yeah.
Two more quick items, then we'll get to everybody's favorite part of the podcast. The games with gold for November were announced. Xbox One gets Battlefield 1. That's pretty sweet.
Yeah, they already win.
And Race the Sun. And for the Xbox 360, they get Assassin's Creed 1 and Dante's Inferno. Assassin's Creed 1, if it was 2, this would have been just a fantastic month. And both of those are playable on Xbox One because, yeah, backwards compatibility. They do everything right. Not everything. They do a lot of things right. I just realized I didn't bring water out here this week, and I've been talking a lot. PS Plus for November got announced, and it was what the leaks said. So for PS4, Yakuza Kiwami. If you are bored, actually, you should probably download this. So Yakuza Kiwami and Bulletstorm Full Clip Edition. I'm at least going to download that. I want to at least give it a try. I started watching some videos of that. It's crazy first-person shooter, but it's like you shoot somebody, you kind of kill them, and then you can like grappling hook them and bring them in for like a final kill. And it looks insane. PS3 got Jackbox Party Pack 2. I think they're like to Party Pack 6 now or something. And Arkido series. What does that even mean? I don't know. The Vita, these are both cross-buy with PS4, got Burly Men at Sea and Roundabout. No wonder they killed the Vita. But I think Burly Men at Sea supposedly has a pretty easy platinum trophy. So I'm going to be up to 27. I still feel like, so I still got to go. I'll platinum that. I still need to go back and platinum Metal Gear Solid 3 on my Vita. I need to finish, because I feel like I need to, Tales from the Borderlands and Secret of Mana. As long as I just take my time and kill every enemy, I'll platinum that whenever I beat it as well.
Yeah.
So I have 30 platinums in my sight. How many do you have? 1, 2?
1, 2.
Oh, Oceanhorn
and Batman.
What do you think about the free games this month? So do you think, does Xbox win with Battlefield 1? Does that surpass Yakuza Kiwami?
I don't really care about Battlefield, but that seems like probably the best game out of both of them that's part of the free game. So I would say Xbox probably wins. I just can't get into Yakuza. Like, I mean, I never even played it, but it just doesn't. Is it like Japanese Grand Theft Auto, basically?
Kind of, but what's a better comparison? What I've heard some people say is it's almost like Japanese Grand Theft Auto meets Metal Gear. What I mean by that is the absurdity of the story, like the stupid, like ridiculousness. Like it's almost like Kojima made a Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah.
What I do think is weird is that they're doing Battlefield 1 in November when Battlefield 5 is coming out like 2 weeks after that, and it's already having horrible pre-sales and we didn't talk about this on the podcast this week, but pre-sales are bad. And they announced that their battle royale mode isn't coming until sometime in 2019, like months after it launches. Like,
Wow.
this is going to be a huge flop. I feel bad for somebody. All right, that's it. It is that time of the week, Sean. What time of the week is it, Kevin? It's that time of the week where we play the
9:25.
It's the back. Okay, cut the feed, Kevin. All right, it's that time of the week where we play the It's the back of the box challenge. See, I gotta have the. We gotta time it with that. If you didn't know, the back box challenge is the game of the week. It's the game we play at the end of the week. It's the game we play at the end of the podcast where we read the back of the box aloud to the other player and they try to guess it. We bleep out of the. You know what the game is. If you don't know what the game is, go back and watch 102 other episodes.
All right, I'm gonna go first.
Yeah, because I go first literally every week. You're always like, no, I went first last week.
All right.
I think Grizzlies are gonna lose this.
Descend? No. It's not descent. I'm just
Dang
trying,
it.
I'm just trying to figure out if I want to read this statement.
Well, you started, so just go for it. Just go.
Well, now I can't because now I'm making a big deal out of it. Okay, I'm going to skip that. Explore the world of blank.
Descent.
Play as the battle-hardened blank in his search for
Is that name the name of the game?
No. Okay. In his search for his arch enemy, the super criminal blank.
Is that the name of the game?
No. Uncover the pieces to this mysterious story as you battle through complex levels using special moves, combos, and weaponry to force the final showdown.
Is this a Sega game?
No.
Okay. 16-bit?
No.
8?
No.
32?
Yes.
Part of a series?
Yes.
First in the series?
No.
Okay. Still live today?
Yes.
Whoa. Capcom?
No.
Konami?
No.
Console exclusive series?
No.
You're about to say that it's correct. And then you change your mind. All right. Not a Sega game. 32-bit. Was this out on multiple 32-bit consoles?
Doesn't look like it.
What was the first thing you started to say? You're like, man,
Descend.
Yeah, Descend.
I mean, I guess I can say it's really not that big of a deal.
Yeah, let's do that.
Descend into the underworld.
That was it. I thought you bleeped out a whole paragraph. Is this a late 90s game, like 98, 99?
I don't think so.
Was this on PC also?
It's not looking like it, but I will look into it.
Okay. It's not.
It's actually 2000.
It's not Diablo then.
It's not.
Wow. So this was super late? PS1?
Apparently.
Still live today. Not the first in the series. Did the series start in the 16-bit era?
No. Well,
was the first game in the series a 16-bit game?
No.
Okay. 8-bit?
No.
4-bit or like Atari bit, whatever it is?
No.
Well, there's no other bits. Oh, okay. Was the first game in the series a 32-bit game? 32X is 32-bit. Saturn and PlayStation.
Yeah. Well, it's an arcade game, so I'm kind of confused.
Okay. Well, that's interesting. Is this a beat 'em up?
Not a beat 'em up.
Is this a Dungeons and Dragons game?
No.
It's not Sega, so it's not Golden Axe. It was an arcade game. Do you use melee weapons in this?
This was not an arcade game.
But the first one was?
Yeah.
So it was Bad Dudes 5. Do you use like swords and melee weapons and stuff in this? Was this a Neo Geo game?
You use hand-to-hand combat and firearms and explosives.
Is metal in the title?
No. What did you think it was?
Metal Slug.
Like,
Is
it's
it
not
a-
Metal Gear?
Well, no, I knew
Gear.
that. But is it a shoot 'em up?
No.
Would you? Okay.
I mean, I guess it's not a beat 'em up, but I guess it's you beat people up.
Two Crude Dudes 2. So the first game was in the arcades.
Yes.
Okay. Not Konami, not Capcom. Acclaim? Midway?
Yes.
Midway.
Yes.
Okay. All right. I feel like Jackie Chan. What did they make besides NBA Jam and is this a Mortal Kombat game?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Oh my God, it's the one I was going to do and I didn't look it up. It's
I forgot all about this.
Mythology Sub-Zero?
Game. Nope.
Shaolin Monks.
Nope.
What other Mortal Kombat game is there? Is it a fighting game?
No.
Okay, that's what I thought. But what's the other one then? I thought there was only the two. I was gonna do Mortal Kombat Mythology Sub-Zero because Nick did for me Shaolin Monks when he was on like a year ago. Or
Really? I think I either did Mythologies or I looked into it and it wasn't a good one.
Okay.
But
what the hell could this be then? So it's not Shaolin Monks. It's not Sub-Zero. I thought those were the only two spin-offs that they made.
nope.
Oh, there's a game with Jax.
Yep.
Oh, damn. That's right. Yeah, that's right. Oh, God. I'm never going to get the name of it. I have no idea what the name of it is. But it's Jax and Sonya. Sonya. No,
I
Sonya.
don't even think Sonya's in it.
Is it Sonya, though? Or Sonya?
I always said Sonya.
Okay. Special Forces.
Bingo.
Holy crap! What the hell did this come out on? It was
PlayStation.
PS1?
January 12th, 2000.
Holy crap. This would have been the funniest. This would have been the funniest podcast ever if I would have just gone with Mythology Sub-Zero. Like I said, I didn't even look it up. But
Yeah, it's kind of, I don't know. It's just.
Oh, it's 3D. Okay.
Yeah. It's kind of like Mythologies, but. Oh, well, no. Mythologies wasn't 3D.
side-scrolling,
That's right. I forgot about that.
Well, I don't know about Mythologies. I know Shaolin Monks was. No, they were both
Mythologies, I
side-scrolling.
think, was 2D.
No, you're right. Jeez. I didn't think I was going to get there. Never give up. You ready?
Ready.
If you thought all action games were the same, think again. Blank's intricate environmental challenges, rich storyline, and frighteningly intelligent adversaries add up to a new kind of challenge. One that demands you use your weapons and your wits. Monsters don't walk blindly into your gunfire. They're cunning as hell, and they want to live as badly as you do.
Is this Silent Hill?
No. Friendly characters aren't cannon fodder. They're critical to your success. Add... Oh, that's misleading, so I'm not even going to say that. Add blank color. Add blank color, machines you control, and realistic 3D sound effects. And you've got a game that is so alive, so intelligent, so real, you'll swear it has a pulse.
This sounds so familiar. 32-bit?
Yes, which is why it's confusing, because what that thing I blanked out said is that it adds 16-bit color. It's a 32-bit game,
That's weird.
so that makes no sense at all.
Did we own this game?
We both separately owned this game, I'm pretty sure, yeah.
PlayStation? Or Saturn?
Definitely didn't come out on Saturn. I don't know if it came out on PlayStation or not.
Oh, 32X?
No. It never came out on PlayStation 1. What else did we have in our house? And we played on after we separated. After we went our separate ways.
Not Saturn, not 32X, PlayStation, computer?
Yes.
Oh. But we... was it part of a series?
Yes.
It's still alive today.
I'm going to give it away by saying this, but no, I wish it was. Everybody wishes it was.
Is this the... Was it part of... Was it... Did I ask, was it part of a series?
Yes, and yes.
Is this the first?
Yes.
Descent?
No, we did that at one point. We did do that. Oh, the Grizzlies lost.
Was it
the
a-
Suns? God.
Like, oh wait, so you said it's like an action adventure game? Isn't that how the thing started? If you thought all action adventure or action,
If you
games-
thought all action games
Just
were the
action
same thing
games.
again, yeah. It's got action. It's got puzzle solving. It's yeah. Try to get the genre.
action.
Well, I mean,
Is it first person?
yes. Okay, now you're getting warmer.
Do you kill people?
Yeah,
But monsters or people,
monsters is a weird. I wish they didn't say monsters.
beasts, or just people?
Non-humans.
Okay. Wait a minute.
Okay.
I thought it was gonna be like Area 51 or something, but
Oh no, it's not on rails.
so it's a first person No,
Oh, go with your instinct.
it's not Duke Nukem.
No. But as I was reading that, I was like, this could be Duke Nukem.
So it's a first person shooter.
Yeah.
Alone in the dark.
I don't think you shoot things in that, do you?
That's not the right game.
You're like, oh, alone in the dark. You are alone in the dark at some parts in this game, though.
Oh, God. What is this? It sounds so familiar. Like, I feel like I've probably looked at this game. Like,
I don't think we've ever done this game.
No,
on
I
this,
don't-
which amazes me.
I think I've looked at
Yeah.
it or something because that all sounded very familiar.
It is a universally critically acclaimed game. I will say that.
Is it Half-Life?
Yes.
Half-Life 1.
One.
Now it all now it all comes back. 16-bit color.
Yeah. Look, it says, yeah, right there. Undershoot. Add 16-bit color. Blah, 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 blah. What the hell are you talking about? That game is not 16-bit. Nothing about that game is 16-bit. It's 32-bit, if not more than that. It might have even been 64. I mean, I don't with PC. I mean, who knows? But
Well, it came out on PS2, and that didn't even look as good as the PC.
God, that's right. So
that
yeah,
was-
16-bit color. It makes no sense. And then 16-bit color, 3D models. Like, no, those things don't. I mean, we're not talking Star Fox here. Those things don't go together.
Oh man, that game was so good.
It was amazing. I was gonna say you played it at Matt's house if you got stuck, then you'd be like, oh yeah, Half-Life. Okay.
That's what I always think of with this game was Matt's dad.
Yep.
Like he always had the supercomputers and stuff. And I remember the first time I saw this game, I was just like,
What
it was
is
the prettiest game.
Yeah.
It was just so like smooth
cinematic,
and
too.
fluid looking, and oh my god, it was beautiful.
I remember when you pushed the thing into the reactor, I was like,
Oh yeah. Oh god, that game was good. Wow. All right.
that was fun. That was a Backbox Challenge. And this has been episode 113 of the Two Player Co-op Podcast. Thank you guys so much for being here. Like we said, this Saturday, 10 a.m. Central, twitch.tv/nerd901. Be there for all the shenanigans, the fun, the bourbon, the Legos, the freaking peppers. I don't know.
Wings.
The wings, the tournament where we're going to win.
Yep.
Halbert face. I mean, we should win. We needed. Did you tell them about video game trivia?
Oh no.
We need to text them. We need to finish.
Is that's not this week. Next week.
It's
it's
the day
after-
Hitman 2 comes out, unfortunately.
Yeah.
It's November 13th. So yeah, you can find us at nerd901.com. Go there for all things nerdy in Memphis and around the globe. Check out our buddy Blurred Without Fear, youtube.com/Blurred Without Fear. He's got to be getting close to, legitimately 15,000 subs at this point, I think. Ernie, you're doing great. Keep it up. Love you, dude. Obviously, you're watching this on youtube.com/2player co-op. I didn't mean to do that.
/2player co-op.
You can find us on Twitter. I'm at Kevin White 24. He's at Real Sean White. Together, we're at 2player_co-op. We have a Facebook page, but we stopped updating it again. We'll get back to it. Again, look for some announcements from us in the near future here about the future 2player co-op / it's something some of y'all have been really asking for almost the whole time. Well, not the whole time.
Let's not oversell it.
Yeah. Well, but some of them have been asking for it for a very long time.
Well, good. I hope so.
Yeah. So you better put your money where your mouth is. So just stay tuned. We're looking at switching things up here, but more announcements to come. That's it for episode 113. Thank you guys so much for being here. And until the next time, Sean, go ahead and take us out.
Thank you for playing.
Oh, man. Okay, well, you freaking nailed it. That you can't do anything. I gotta
get it to like. But I was trying to get it to land on and just have it go to black.
The viewfinder.
Yeah.
Well, I can edit it. If we didn't keep talking, I could edit it. So we
still could.
Boom. That's true.
So when it goes black, it's just boom.
Yeah. Switch.
So I don't know why we're still talking because we're going to cut all this.
Bye. Ready when you are, Snake. I don't know why I called you Snake.
I'm ready.
3, 2. Hey, yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome to episode 113 of the 2player co-op podcast. As always, I'm shit. I don't know why. I'm you scratched your face, and I just saw it on my peripheral, and I was like, something's happening.
Episode 113. I'm like glitch in the matrix.
Kevin.exe has crashed. What?
Okay.
Hey, yo, what's up, everybody, and welcome to episode 113 of the 2player co-op podcast. As always, I'm one of your folks. I'm one of your folks. Black eyes open wide. It's time to testify. All right. Hey, yo, what's up, everybody, and welcome to... God. I've done this 112 times. Okay.
This will be a good blooper reel.
Yeah, this whole my life is a blooper reel.